Hello beautiful people, you're welcome to 80's Kitchen, cooking in 80's Kitchen. So it's been a while, I'm happy to be back. If you're new on my channel, thank you so much for coming and please subscribe. And I want to say a big thank you to my returning subscriber. And today we are going to be sharing my recipe on how I make my plantain chips for business. You see what I'm doing? I'm actually washing the plantain. I start by washing my plantain after I set it aside, dry it, then I start peeling it. I'll peel the plantain or the quantity I want to use for the moment. I peel it and make sure it's clean, and the bucket I'm putting inside should be clean as well. So I clean the plantain one by one, peel it well, make sure it's well clean, and then while cleaning it I make sure that my fire is getting set because I'm using charcoal. I don't want to use my gas because it's going to take me time and the process is a bit low. That's why I prefer to use the charcoal, because when I fill the charcoal pot I can use it all through. But if I use the gas pot it will take me a lot of time, then I'll waste a lot of gas. That's why I go in for charcoal. So I'm going to repeat the process for all as I'm peeling the plantain one by one, as you can see, until I finish peeling the plantain. When I finish peeling the plantain, then I'm going to start the frying process. So guys, if you enjoy each step or you have something to add, drop a message in the comment section. Our plantain is ready now for us to start frying. So I'm wiping my bowl, the bowl I'll be using to keep the already fried chips inside. So now we are going to start the process. I'm going to make sure the fire is catching well. Then I put my fry pan on the fire. When I put my fry pan on the fire, I'll allow it to get hot. Then I add the oil. I'm using my so while doing that, I'll equally mix my salt solution inside one tablespoon of salt. I mix it and set aside. Then I'll put onion on the oil to make sure it's hot, and equally for flavor, it gives a good flavor for our chips. So I'm going to put onion to flavor the oil or spice our oil. After which I'll remove it, then I'll start frying my chips. So allow the onion to fry very well, then we'll remove it so that we can start frying. So now we start with the frying process. I will use my blades for the chips. These blades I'm using makes it very easy and fast, and the process is easier with it. So I use it at the end. I make sure I'm using it slowly because I can cut my hand. So while using your blade, always be careful at the end. That's why you see me struggling when the plantain is almost getting to the end. Then when I finish, I always make sure that the plantain does not tie. So I'll do the same thing for all the plantain and allow it to fry. Then I make sure that I'm separating the plantain so it doesn't join together. As I'm doing this, please ignore the noise in the background. It's from my neighbor's house, and I'll make sure that its fire is catching very well so that it does not enter the plantain. That's how I'll do. As you can see from the video, you're going to see that it's really catching well, and when it starts getting dry, it shows that it's getting ready. So we'll make sure that we'll keep our salt solution just by the side so that we'll be able to put it. When you put your salt solution, it's going to enter it very well, and it's going to taste very well, because if you allow it and put it after, it will not be tasting the same like putting it when it's getting dry or harder or crunchy. So I've applied my salt solution and it's going to fry. You notice that all the bubbles from the water will slow down and finish and my chips will be ready and crunchy and ready enough for me to remove. When it's ready, I will remove it now and keep aside to get cold very well. And I will continue with the same process for all. Even for all the plantain I had, I will continue the same process. And when you do that, at the end you have the best chips ever. And for you to preserve your plantain for a longer time, for it to remain crunchy, what you do is that you keep the plantain in a airtight container when it must have been very cold. You see, when you do that, you will see that your plantain will be well preserved for a long period of time. But if you cover your plantain when it's not yet cold in an airtight container, it's going to be soft. So that's one secret I just want to share with you people. You from the video you're going to see that I continue the same process. That's why I've just decided to be narrating what will be happening, what I've done to my chips, and how I preserve my chips. And when I preserve it in an airtight container, I'll make sure that I keep it there for some time. When I'm ready to seal it, I'll seal it, and then I'll supply to my customers, because I mostly do my chips on command. That's what I used to do since I don't have enough time to do that. Please don't stop watching here. You see that I follow the same process, though you will notice that adding salt solution in the last batch of my chips, you do not see it, but in all I add salt to my oil. It will not affect the sweetness of your chips. It affects each batch that you fry at the same time. That means when you apply your salt solution, when your chip is getting ready for the first time, the second batch you do the same thing, the third batch you do the same thing, and you do that for all. This is the result of my chips. You can see it's looking good, it's crunchy. Just look at it. It's really good. You had to enjoy it. You had to taste it, sorry. So that's how I make my chips for a small chip business in Cameroon. And when you do it well, you obviously get order. This one I made it small because it was somebody's order, or just for a particular person, and I allowed it to get cold. Then after that, I seal it the way you're seeing it. I have my machine that I use, this small machine I use in sealing and preserving my chips. Then here's the final process. Thank you so much, guys.